Hey guys, Nestler Magic here, and oh boy, Wizards has got another ban for us. They've had a bit of a string of them, but my gosh, did the last one anger some people. Modern and Standard players were especially mad at them just trying to gaslight people and say everything's fine. The Modern ban is just the pinnacle of inconsistency. Going back years, I mean, it seems like they have a different metric every time, and then Standard, don't even get me started. I mean, yeah, it's pretty level and even, and people are playing all kinds of different things. Highest diversity of competitive decks I've seen in years. But they're all at far too high of a power level. Everybody liked it when it was a nice, comfortable, easy to learn, easy to track game that you could teach your friends, and if they wanted crazy, they could go to Commander and Modern. That's how the game worked. That's how the game grew. They should have kept that. Like 2010 to 2017, that was really working out. They probably shouldn't have rocked the boat. But the one thing I want gone from Standard, just on principle, is the board wipe-a-thon decks. So naturally, since that deck archetype is annoying the crap out of everybody and losing customers, driving people off Arena, and keeping people out of F&M and losing the money left and right, obviously what they did was ban and unban a card in Alchemy. So the announcement just says announcement date July 5th, effective date July 7th. Grinning Ignis is banned. Grinning Ignis. From Alchemy, which is literally just Standard. But it's not banned from Standard. And yeah, okay, they added some OP cards and turned it into like Standard Plus, an even higher power level than normal Standard, boy, because people wanted that. And then there's no explanation. It says Alchemy changes. For an overview of the latest Alchemy changes, including the ban of this, check out Donald Smith's breakdown of the July 7th update. So it sends you to a completely different article. Okay, I'm game. So let's read Grinning Ignis. One of Alchemy's guiding lights is to keep the format fast, fun, and dynamic. Overpowered, confusing, annoying, not approachable, and a giant money sink, I think, actually, was what it was. Guiding lights, what a load of crap. Anyway, while combo decks can be a fun and healthy part of the metagame, no. This deck fell outside these format goals. Really, a red deck that's too fast. It's not like they've been accidentally and purposely doing that for the last, 28 years. We discussed rebalancing, and may do so at a future date. Don't. But each change we've considered so far would effectively eliminate the combo, so we've decided to ban the card instead, and that's it. That's all they wrote. So, yeah, you pay 1, return it to its owner's hand, and then add 3. When this came out, I said, that looks an awful lot like multiple cards that have been banned in multiple formats, specifically the pay 3, get 5 red card in Modern, or as I like to call it, the precursor to Treasures. And there are more versions than that, banned in more formats than that. And they're all red, except arguably the Summer Bloom one. But that really was different. So yeah, add 3 mana, activate only at sorcery speed. This is a 2/2 for 3. Seemed a little slow to me, but what they're doing is they're comboing it. So they're just like, oh yeah, a +2 net positive combo. We probably shouldn't let people do that. You think? So out of control ETB and a net positive mana card, all combined into one card. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that would be a problem? Not much more to say there. Oopsies. I just can't believe that that's not an Alchemy card. That's just a Strixhaven card, in case you didn't catch that. Amazing. So next up, Winota Joiner of Forces, as they put it, was too difficult to beat both in the early and late game when triggering multiple times per turn. By restricting it to triggering once per turn, we are keeping the explosive potential of the card, but are allowing other decks to overcome it if they develop a strong board position. That is true, actually, but the card is like playing with fire. I always put it this way. What is the risk versus reward? What is the value of adding this back into the game? You might get one competitive, just barely tier 1 deck. Probably not. If you go too far, you got to reban it and look like idiots that are waffling and don't know what they're doing, which they have done multiple times. Or you add in something that's not competitive and the card might as well stay banned because nobody plays it, so it's like effectively banned. The odds of it resuming being a tier 1 deck are like 0, and then the risk is, oops, we brought back an absolute menace. Yeah, multiple triggers per turn, like I could have absolutely wrecked that deck when this was in Standard, and that's what was keeping me from doing it. Where I could ambush them once, I could exile an attacker once, but that was it. And if I hit Winota, it didn't matter. Then you had the ETB, then you had the death triggers, then you had like auto-equipping equipment, and then you had boosts, and instant speed overflow boosts, where they'll just kill you no matter what you do. This card should have stayed banned. Every card that's banned should stay banned. They should never, ever risk unbanning a card. Ever. Just, there's no exceptions. No logic whatsoever. So that's what they did to fake garbage overpriced rare wildcard burning Standard, aka Alchemy. What should they have done to Standard? Oh, I guess what should they have done to Alchemy? Delete the whole thing. Abandon it and make a permanent all access free tier on Arena. Set constructed. Done. Permanently free. That would be the biggest puller ever, and then when they want to play sealed, draft, whatever, then they throw money at the game. You draw them in with the free tier. Instead, day one arena is way the hell too expensive. That's what killed Magic Online, among other things. But what about standard? What should they have done? I had a game where after turn 5, 80 to 90% of the turns, they just board wiped. I dropped in a card that drew a card and got another card, board wipe. Got an angel, dropped that in, got another angel from outside the game, dropped it in, board wipe. I want to actually be able to play my deck, and I don't want games to last that long. But besides just that archetype and the hyper control I'm going to win with Manlands and Planeswalkers trash, I don't even care if it's mono, black, white mix, 3-color, I don't care. Whatever it is, it's got to go. I mean, just nuisances like Scoot Swarm need to go. I think Westgate Regent is just a little bit too annoying with Ward. Terragrid is just terribly annoying. But that's more stylistic. Like, what we really need is, like, broken cards like Luminarch Aspirant, Halana, and Elena. Shakedown Heavy or, like, Fight Rigging or whatever that is, one of those two, because that combo is ridiculous. Hullbreaker Horror, just way too annoying. Memory Deluge is in principle. Brutal Cathar for the all-removal deck. Hallowed Haunting isn't even in my top 10, but that's gotta go. Lier, how is he not banned? Xanathar? No, I don't want you to play my whole deck, actually. I still think Righteous Valkyrie is a little OP, but there's so much control that you wouldn't be able to tell. And like Skeletal Swarming, and I know some people want Vorinclex gone still. Oh, and Teleportation Circle, let me get started about that card. Other than some or most of those, it's like, would I like to see Prosperous Innkeeper gone? Yeah, should it be gone? Probably, that or Galagreeder. But they did ban the Ajani's Pridemate clone, and now you have to play that overcosted Unicorn instead in its place. So they kind of did ban that deck a little bit. Oh, when they got rid of the, what was it, 98 cards from the A series? Bit of a rug pull there. But like, yeah, Avalanche, Collar, Hobgoblin, Bandit Lord, I'd love to see those gone. And of course, I said those way too quick to put up on screen. Hope you're following me. But it kind of speaks for itself that there's that many cards that really ought to go. Oh, that and like 50% of the board wipes. And since they will ban that many cards when Hell Freeze is over, the only chance, reasonably, tactically, and from what they've, stated themselves, is to wait for rotation and then hope that they put a ban on top of it. But that's what everybody thought they would do last time. And a lot of the problem cards are in Kaldheim, so, okay, more of the problem cards are in Strixhaven, but when has adding 3-color to the game ever worked out? Certainly not in the last 10 years. It makes decks too Swiss Army, it makes the mana bases too expensive, they just do it to mix it up. I guess it never occurred to them that they could just focus less on the colors and not have it be, oh, this is a dual color set, this is a mono set, whoa, that's everything about the set, and just do interesting mechanics and who cares. But, well, that'll never happen, so I can't wait to see what drastic actions they take in the next 2 years to try to resurrect the game, because they did every last-ditch effort to just burn the game to the ground and make as much money with as much power creep as they possibly can, adding special frames, adding hyper rares, but they've reached the breaking point. There's nowhere to go from here. Eventually, the lost customers are going to catch up with them. So they got a lot of, like, big spenders and whales left in the game, and they've taken advantage of that. But at a certain point, you need the base level average normal player, and just mathematically, for every person that leaves, you need, like, 1.1 or more people that join the game. And right now, they have, like, 0. There is no format that's approachable right now. I mean, Commander's too complicated. All the Eternal formats are too complicated. And you could barely keep track of what's going on with all the triggers and ETB life gain and this and that and this passive boost and this card and this delayed trigger on digital, let alone in paper. So there is no Magic the Gathering that you can teach someone other than kitchen table casual, which does not make them any money. Because you don't have to play standard, you just play whatever cards you bought. And I won't even say that people got them on the secondary market, people practically got them on like the tertiary market. Like somebody's garage sale after they played Anything Goes. So yeah, that's what Wizards needs to do, is just turn this all around, lower the power level, have a free, fun, infinite, little demo tier permanently in Arena. Like I said, just block constructed, set constructed. All access completely free. Then you want to play real standard and get ready for F&M or move on to something higher powered and less boring and repetitive, then you play the expensive one. It's 2022. We've known about that business model in games since RuneScape. Or older, but still. Just amazing how they don't even know the basics. They're just getting so greedy, and I think none of them care. I think this is like, wait till it all collapses, they're all sending their resumes out, and they'll just jump ship because they don't care. They know that this is Hasbro's fault. They were the ones shaking the piggy bank saying, give us more money. Okay, you made record profits, well, give us more money. And then record profits again, well, give us even more money. If you're capable of doing it, keep doing it. That's corporate America for you, everybody, and that's what's ruining it. So until that gets better, the game will never get better. And then even then, they shouldn't let Aaron Forsythe or Mark Rosewater near anything ever again. They're just bad at their jobs. But when they're getting even worse instructions from Hasbro, you know, just saying. So I hate to be all doom and gloom, but remember, Wizards can't tell you what to buy or play, and you can just play whatever you want with your friends. So do that, and don't buy anything new. Teach them a lesson. You know, vote with your wallet, as they say. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully I'll have a more optimistic ban announcement in the future, and I'll see you guys next time.